In this video, we are going to cover the epithelial tissues in detail as per class 9 NCERT chapter 3. So we have the animal tissues in it. So in this part, we have got the first tissue, that is the epithelial tissue. So it is the outer covering. It is the outer covering of body as well as the internal organs. So it is the outer covering of body as well as the internal organs, and it also lines the hollow organs and the body cavities. Low organs as well as the body cavities. So this is the proper first line for epithelial tissue, that is, epithelial tissue forms the outer covering of the body and internal organs. It also lines hollow organs and body cavities. So the main general features of an epithelial tissue is what we are going to study. That is, the first one is it has closely packed cells. It has closely packed cells. So there will be little intercellular space between the cells, that is, cells are tightly joined. And the second thing, it is one surface will face outside of the cavity while the other surface it is attached to the basement membrane. So one of its surface will be outside or will be in a cavity area while the other surface will be attached to the basement membrane. And the next one is it is a vascular. That is, no blood vessels will pass through it, and it gets nutrients by diffusion from the underlying tissues. So this will not have any blood vessels in it. And the next one is it is regenerative. Regenerative in the sense the cells will divide rapidly to replace damaged or worn out cells. So these are the primary 4 features of these epithelial cells or epithelial tissue. So next we'll be studying about the functions. So the first function, that is protection. Its first function is protection because it is the outer covering, so it protects the underlying tissues from injury, germs, and water loss. So this is the primary function, and the second one is absorption. Absorption. So inner lining of intestine will absorb the nutrients. So we'll find this in intestine, so it will absorb the nutrients. This is one of the other function of epithelial tissue. The third one is secretion. So the glands secrete hormones, sweat and saliva. And the fourth one is filtration plus exchange, which you will be studying in detail when you read the classifications of these epithelial tissues. And the fifth one is sensory reception. Sensory reception. So the cells in nose, ear, skin, they will detect the stimuli. So this is what we say it has the sensory receptions. So now we'll be studying the types of epithelial tissues. So overall, first I'll write down all the types of epithelial tissues once, and then we'll be studying it one by one. So you have to note down in your notes in your own handwriting so that you will be able to remember it for a longer period of time. So first one is squamous epithelium, and the next one is stratified squamous epithelium and cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, and we have the ciliated columnar epithelium and the glandular epithelium. So this all we will be able to understand with the help of names itself, but one by one we'll be studying about the structure, location and all these things indeed. First, starting with the squamous epithelium. So what is its structure? Structure of squamous epithelium. So it is single layered, flat, thin, and cells are like the tiles, as you can see in the image as well. So there it is formed of single layer only, and you'll understand why also. And the location of this location. So this kind of epithelium is found in the lining of mouth, blood vessels, alveoli of lungs, skin surface. Right? Next, speaking of the function. So when you carefully look at the location where this is found, in the lining of mouth, blood vessels and alveoli and the skin surface, you'll be able to identify the functions, because in alveoli what will happen? Exchange of gases. So in alveoli we can see exchange of gases and diffusion will be happening in the blood vessels, and skin surface in the sense it is used for protection as well. So this is all you have to learn about the squamous epithelium, which is the structure, single layer, flat thin cells like the tiles, location, all these things, and the functions will be related to the location where it is found. So the main key word for this squamous epithelium is that it primarily focuses on exchange. You can remember like this. So next, moving to the stratified squamous. Stratified squamous. So first, as usual, structure. So what is its structure? Many layers will be there. Unlike the squamous, stratified squamous will have many layers and it is tightly packed. This is the structure. So next, where is it found? The location of this. It is found in skin, lining of mouth, esophagus, and vagina. So next, dealing with the function. What is the function of this? Protection against wear and tear. Wear and tear, and it prevents or it protects against the entry of germs. So when you see at the places where it is located, like in the vagina, you can understand that its protection against wear and tear and all these things you can understand. So what is the keyword which you have to remember for this stratified squamous? Like we have remembered for squamous, which is exchange. So for this stratified squamous, it is protection. Okay, now moving to the next one, that is cuboidal. Cuboidal epithelium. So structure. So obviously, as the name says, cuboidal, in the sense it is cube shaped. Cells will be there, and it is also single layered. What is the location of this? It is found in the lining of kidney tubules, the ducts of glands, and in the thyroid gland. So next, moving to the function of this. So when somebody says that this is located in the lining of kidney, what could be the possible function for this? So the possible function would be absorption, secretion, and excretion. This is all you have to remember in cuboidal epithelium, and the key word for this is secretion primarily. Okay, now moving to the next epithelium. So the next one is columnar structure. As the name says us, the tall pillar-like cells, and it is also single layered. And the location where it is found in the lining of stomach, intestine, and gallbladder. And what is its function? The function for this is absorption plus secretion, and it also has microvilli in the intestine. For furthermore proper absorption and secretion, it also has microvilli in the intestine. So the key word for this is absorption. So here you have to see that microvilli is used in order to increase the surface area. And next, that is ciliated columnar. So what is the structure for this? As the name says, you will be having columnar cells with hair-like cilia on the top. So how you can remember ciliated? Cilia will be there, like the comb kind of structures. So they are hair-like cilia. You can remember like this. And the location for this, what is the location for this, where we can find these, is in the lining of trachea, bronchi, and also in the fallopian tubes. in the fallopian tubes. So now, speaking of the function, what is the function for this? It moves mucus and particles and ova by ciliary movement. So the mucus part and the particles part is what we can see in the lining of trachea and all these things, while the ova movement we can see in the fallopian tubes. So what is the keyword you have to remember for ciliated columnar? It is movement. Next, moving to the last one, that is the glandular epithelium. So first, speaking of the structure. So obviously, we'll be having glandular in the sense glands. It will be present in near the glands. So the structure will be either it would be cuboidal or columnar cells modified in order to do secretion. So what is the location where it is found? It is quite obvious that it is found near the salivary glands, sweat glands, and in the stomach lining. So what is the function? It is to secrete enzymes, hormones, mucus, sweat. So the key word for this is secretion. So with this we have completed the epithelial cells along with the categories in this. That is, we have the glandular epithelium, the keyword is secretion. The ciliated columnar, keyword is movement. Columnar is absorption. Cuboidal is secretion again. And the stratified squamous is protection. And the squamous is for exchange. You can actually combine this cuboidal and glandular, which are for secretion itself, because these cuboidal and columnar cells will be modified in order to secrete. So in this way, we have completed the epithelial tissues along with their definition, their primary features and the functions which it performs, along with the different kinds of epithelium tissues along with the proper function for each of it. Hope you were able to write the notes alongside in your book in your own handwriting so that it makes you remember much better, and hope you have understood this. And along with this, you can also go through the quick revision video we already completed for this animal tissues part.